Good morning, good evening, good afternoon guys, and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're having a beautiful day. I just wanted to quickly talk about Love Island because I didn't know what platform to discuss this on, and I feel like people are very much overlooking things. So without further ado, let's go with the intro. Okay, so I've just watched Thursday the 4th of July's episode, and obviously the whole thing's kicked off with Casa Amor and her back, and Amy and Curtis and Michael and Amber and all of this. Now I'm just gonna ignore everything else and I'm going to discuss the Amy and Curtis situation because I feel like this is the main thing, because let's be real, I thought that they were going to win, and I probably am not the only person who thought that they were going to win. So I want to discuss this now, and I want to make sure that you guys know that I absolutely love Love Island. It is by far one of my favourite shows. I love watching it, and also I am not disputing that Curtis made his own decisions. It was entirely his choice to turn his head or express to Jordan that he potentially thought that there could be something with her. But what I would like to point out that a lot of people will be overlooking, and I think ITV really need to sort themselves out, is the producers are constantly telling them, like triggering them. So while they were separated and Curtis was alone in the villa, the producers will have been saying to him, oh, so-and-so's pretty, isn't she? And it's naturally for someone to doubt themselves in that situation. Now obviously I know that Tommy's not doubted himself, or Molly May's not doubted herself, and Amber's not doubted herself, but what I would say is these people are obviously extremely strong-willed, and I'm not saying that someone who's not strong-willed should be held accountable for it. But what I am saying is it's only natural to doubt yourself, especially if you've got a lot of self-doubt. Speaking from someone who has a lot of self-doubt, even if it's not entirely true, I could be told, oh, you really like that, don't you? And if you're constantly told it, I will actually think, oh my gosh, I actually really like that, when I don't. So I think in the grand scheme of things, yes, Amy is 100% right to tell Curtis how she feels, and Curtis is 100% in the wrong because yes, he has done this to Amy, but at the end of the day, we never see any counsellors in the villa, ever. We never hear about any counsellors, and after the recent deaths of not one but 2 Love Island stars, I thought that this season the producers of Love Island would be saying so-and-so's been to counselling today, maybe not filming it on the show, but at least posting it on, I don't know, Twitter or Instagram and saying that so-and-so's been in counselling today. And I understand that it's a full disclosure, but even if they say someone's been to counselling today, then I think that clearly they're not getting any support while they're in there. And Curtis really, you can tell he feels bad. You can tell he feels guilty. You can actually see in his face that he is just not the same person that he was before the whole Villa Casa Amor split up. And I'm actually sat here watching it and recognising quite negative thought processes in his demeanour and the way he goes about his business, and that makes me quite worried about him, and I don't even know him, and to me, that I can see that that's not his normal kind of behavioural patterns, and I can see that he's constantly down and he's constantly trying to put on a smile, and he's kind of isolating himself from the rest of the group, and he obviously does feel really bad. But what the producers of Love Island need to do is realise that they've not caused this, but they have essentially provoked this. And it's like, pushing someone into a crowd and expecting them to turn away. Like, they've obviously provoked this for the views, because let's be real, we've all stayed watching it because of the whole Amy Curtis drama. But I do think that something does need to happen with Love Island, because it's no wonder that these Love Island stars are coming out and are having really strong struggles with their mental health, because the entire nation, the entire population of people who watch Love Island will be on them, on their backs in Twitter. You can just look up on Twitter Amy and Curtis. Like, Curtis's Instagram, I can guarantee, will have had so much hate. And, you know, it's not even truly them, and I 100% think that he's been in the wrong. But I think that there's more to it, and we only see, what they want us to see. And I think that in the grand scheme of things, I think that Love Island and the producers of Love Island need to be helping their stars more. Like, they need to be helping people more, because to carry on with this show, I can't see there being a future, especially with the amount of growing popularity of the show, and even the whole Twitter. If you look at the hashtag Love Island, there is a ridiculous amount of tweets about Love Island. That the show really does need to be careful, and I just wanted to express that on here, because, and I'm going to try not to edit it, because I did want it to be a bit of a ramble, and I just wanted to express my opinions, because I feel like not many people realise this, and I feel like because people haven't suffered from mental health or haven't really understood mental health, they haven't really considered these things. And I can see in Curtis's actions that he is not himself, and he is clearly feeling extremely guilty in the sense that he's done that to Amy. And I don't dispute he has done that to Amy, but the way that there's always a bigger picture, and I think that Casa Amor and the Villa is always there to increase views. It's always there to cause drama. Let's be real, the view rating probably does go up after Casa Amor and the Villa, because everybody starts talking about it. Everybody starts talking about the whole Michael and Amber thing. Everybody starts talking about Amy and Curtis, because those two couples were potentially top 3. So in my head, top 3 was Michael and Amber, Amy and Curtis, and Molly-Mae and Tommy, and not necessarily in that order. And I think that now everybody's talking about it, because it's like, oh, who's going to win? And essentially it is just a game show in an essence. And, you know, people are not going to be themselves because they're not in their home environment, and they're not going to be themselves because there's no input from the outside. No, you don't see your family, you know, you don't know how much support people get from their family. And I think that, yes, Curtis is 100% in the wrong, but I think that the producers need to be starting taking more ownership for the fact that there is not enough support for the cast's mental health at all. And I 100% see that in Curtis. And if I'm seeing it and I'm just watching the show, why are the producers not picking it up? There should be a trained mental health professional working with those people in the Villa non-stop. And that would avoid the deaths of Mike Thalassitis and Sophie, whatever her name was, because I didn't watch the show before that. And it would not surprise me if there are more deaths of suicide from Love Island, because, like, they come from nobody to somebody. Like, it's basically like the Olympics. You come from nobody to somebody in the space of that. And I just really hope, because I love the show, I really hope for the sake of the show that they do something about this. So thank you for watching. I'm not going to do my normal outro because I don't think it's necessary, because I was just picking the camera up to ramble. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.